living in the modern world can be challenging. Let me explain. There's the specific mold that everybody is supposed to fit into and how they're supposed to kind of live according to. See, we get these images of how we're supposed to look, we get these vibes of how we're supposed to act, of who we're supposed to be, and it can be daunting and it can be quite difficult, and let's be honest, it can be quite exhausting. When you think about it, it's hard to keep up with all of the different standards and all of the different things that you need to fit into, and sometimes you have to ask the question, where do these standards even come from? Is it only because that's what we see as an idealized beauty or idealized correct behavior? Or is it just some man-made thing where there's this standard that is idealized and kind of unattainable, making us feel like crap? So the thing is, there's this notion that the media always shows people as these perfect little people, and when you scroll through social media, you see these people working out and doing all of these amazing things, and their bodies look fantastic, and they have these amazing lives, their finances are in order, they have all of these friends. It's just incredible, it's just wild, and it's easy to get caught up in all of that and to feel that, am I not as good as this other person? Am I maybe lacking in some way? Am I maybe less worth than this other person? And I want to make this video just to say, stop that. Stop thinking that. You are wonderful, you are valid, and you are worthwhile. You need to love you, because there is only one you. And that one you is special. That one you is amazing. You might not look like all of these super ripped and heavy fit people. You might not have all of the finances. Heck, you might not have the amazing social life. But it is still you, and you are still amazing and valid. Now, I'm not saying that we need to give up on all of our aspirations and we need to stop working towards a goal and we need to stop working to improve ourselves in some ways. But you need to figure out how you want to improve. You need to figure out how you want to change and who you want to be. Because at the end of the day, you need to live with the person who you are. And if you do not like that person, well, I'm sorry, but you're going to be stuck with that person until you change that person. Loving yourself can be hard, it can be difficult, it can be a challenge, because all of these things in the world tell us that you need to look this way, you need to behave this way, you need to act this way, you need to have this career, you need to get these grades, you need to do X, Y, and Z. The thing is, we are all different. We are all unique. No person is the same. We have these generalized things that is good because it helps in like medicine, or it helps to identify some mental problems. It helps basically to kind of diagnose certain things, but we shouldn't take it to the extreme where we live our entire lives according to this rule set. Just take me as an example. It's no secret that I do have a little bit of the hyperness in me, and that's okay. And I see that as my superpower. I see that as something that allows me to do all of these different projects, to have hyper energy, and to just go for it full speed the whole time. But it does come with its fair share of challenges. Like when I was in school, I wasn't able to focus on what was right, what the teacher was writing on the board, or when I was at work. When I'm sometimes at work, I zone out completely, and I lose like 4 hours of my day because I go down some weird rabbit hole that nobody asked me to do. And then I need to figure out a way to make up the rest of the work, and it's a whole thing. But those parts of me is uniquely who I am. They are a part of who I am. So the thing is, it's easy to feel like we need to fit into a mold, whether it's online, in school, in your workplace, or even in VR chat. But the truth is, you don't have to be like everybody else. The world needs you just the way that you are. Your quirks, your personality, your passions, they are what makes you unique. And now for the difficult part. The difficult part is truly accepting who you are, loving yourself for who you are and being who you want to be. In the furry fandom, we have the saying, I am cringe, but I am free. We like to say that a lot because, let's be honest, we are fluffy little animals on the internet and we're constantly being bombarded by people saying, you're cringe! Mwah! And you know what? That's pretty fine. It's pretty okay because I would rather be cringe and free and live my passion and live my truth than to shy away from things that I like and to become somebody that I don't recognize. Be who you are, love who you are, embrace your passions. As long as your passions do not hurt anybody and aren't morally objectable, then embrace them and be the person who you are because you are wonderful and your passions are amazing and the world needs to see that. Whether that is creating unique art or if it's creating silly little videos on the internet, writing stories, or just being an amazing friend somewhere in a Discord server for somebody that really needs you at that moment. The world needs you to be who you are. So loving yourself isn't always easy. We all have those moments where we feel like we're not enough and it gets overwhelming. But guess what? You are enough. Right now, exactly as you are enough. And you don't have to change all that much. You don't have to change anything if you don't want to. It can be hard to love yourself, but what I find makes it a lot easier is to surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with positive people. Make sure that your feed, your Blue Sky feed, or if you're on Twitter feed, your TikTok feed, whatever you're on, make sure that you surround yourself with positivity, with people that support you for who you are. Make sure that your friends also know that they are special and make them positive as well, because that really helps. Positivity creates this great vibe, this air of just, well, positivity and amazingness that propels you forward and that makes it easier for you to accept who you are. When you constantly look at something and go, oh my goodness, I wish that was me, that can be quite detrimental to your mental health and to the whole process of loving and accepting yourself for who you are. So instead of saying, my goodness, when you see maybe an art piece and go, oh my goodness, I wish I could draw like that, change the way that you think by saying, my goodness, what a wonderful piece. I'm happy that it exists in the world, and move on. You can maybe take inspiration from it to say, you know what, I want to draw like that one day, and then push yourself forward to do it. But don't criticize yourself based off of the comparison that you make, because it is often said that comparison is the thief of joy, and comparing ourselves to others is exactly what causes this kind of self-hatred that many people fall into. Now, I'm no mental expert or mental professional, but it can be the case that you might fall into this thing of, oh my goodness, I hate myself, because you're constantly comparing yourself to others, constantly comparing yourself to what's out there in the world, constantly comparing yourself to this idealized fantasy of what the ideal person is, what the ideal skill set is. Remember, you are unique, you are different, your skill set differs from everybody else, your story differs from everybody else, and the future for you also differs from everybody else. We're all unique, we're all different, and that is kind of wonderful and kind of magical. I find it magical. Now, I know this video has been all over the show, but what I really want to say in this video is accept yourself for who you are. Maybe you don't have that idealized body type. Like for me, it has been a whole thing where I've been obsessed about my body and I want to get like those abs and I want to just look fantastic. Maybe you're not going to look like that, and that's okay. Do exercise because it is important for you and it really helps bring up the old positivity, because there's positive hormones and things that gets released. But don't try to chase something that is not necessarily attainable at this moment. Maybe in the long term it's attainable, but be happy with where you are right now, because who you are right now is absolutely perfect and absolutely wonderful. And we can always improve. I'm not going to say that I can't improve and that, there's nothing that I can do better, Because there's always something I can do better. There's always something that I can improve on. But I do those improvements for me. I do those improvements because I want them, because they are part of who I am. I want to embrace those changes. I want to be a better person. I want to do X, Y, and Z better because I feel like it will make my life better. I don't want to improve because I feel like I need to be in this idealized little fantasy, this idealized little box because society says I need to. I want to improve because I want to do video editing the best that I can. I want to do streaming the best that I can. Maybe for you it's art, maybe for you it's writing, maybe it's just making friends. Do those things because you love yourself and you want to make yourself the best version that you can be. But also accept who you are right now, right here, because you're wonderful, you're perfect, and you're amazing. And I believe in you. I believe that you can do amazing things. I just wanted to put this video out because I really felt strongly that the world needs more love, especially now. And to love others, we first need to love ourselves. We first need to accept ourselves. Because that's, in essence, where positivity begins. By accepting who we are and just going with it, you know? I hope the future holds good things for you. I hope that you're gonna smile, and I hope that this video made you feel a little better, or made your day brighter. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, ciao. Thanks for watching.